So the second chapter in your book is about strategic marketing management. Remember that we referred to marketing as the science of exchange and marketing management then as managing that exchange process and all the elements that are included in that process. Well, then strategic marketing management is a more long-term picture approach to managing that exchange process. As such, strategic marketing management might be considered a way for a firm to effectively differentiate itself from its competitors by capitalizing on its strengths to provide a consistently better value to its customers. So the focus on strategic marketing management is a long-term approach to deciding how our particular organization, company, will compete against the competitors. The linchpin, of course, in strategic marketing management then is the planning process to develop that long-term plan. So let's talk a little bit about that process. I have one of my favorite quotes here from Spike, UNLV MBA alumni and City of Las Vegas planning guy. Fail to plan, plan to fail. Many people say that they don't have enough time to plan, and of course our argument is if you don't take time to plan, you're almost for sure setting yourself up to fail. Alice in Wonderland, and many of you maybe remember this, having read this maybe as children. Alice says, would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? That depends a good deal on where you'd like to get to, said the Cheshire Cat. I don't care much where, said Alice. Then it doesn't matter which way you go, said the cat. This is a planning quote because it talks all about deciding where you want to go. And of course, a plan is that roadmap of how to get to where you are now to where you want to get to. So if you don't care where you're going, truth is, you don't need a plan. Another one of my favorite quotes is from General Dwight Eisenhower, who was in charge of the D-Day invasion during World War II. His comment was, plans are nothing, planning is everything. So the focus here is from General Dwight Eisenhower's perspective, is that there is great value in having gone through the planning process. Because as you go through that process, you learn what your constraints are, you learn about the competition, you learn about the situation facing your organization, and you become more disciplined in your development of a strategy to deal with that situation. To manage a business well is to manage its future is another quote you hear. And of course, the argument is if you're going to manage the future of an organization, you have to have a plan in place to do so. Another one of our favorite quotes is from famous Yankee catcher Yogi Berra, who said, we're lost, but we're making good time. Of course, that's a bit of a planning quote because many organizations do very well without planning, at least for a while. Eventually, though, they end up probably not ending up where they planned on going when they started. And of course, my favorite is goals without plans are just dreams. We have lots of organizations who want to do something, individuals like yourself who have career aspirations, but without a plan in place, those aspirations are just dreams. They're not really goals. So what is planning all about? All planning seeks to answer three questions. Where am I right now? Where do I want to be? And how do I get there? All planning is designed to answer these three questions. Where am I? Where do I want to be? And how do I get there? Basic marketing plan outline, including an executive summary, a situation analysis, followed by a SWOT, objectives, and a marketing strategy, which includes the action programs of how we're going to make things happen. What we're going to do now is break each of these areas down and discuss them one at a time, starting with the market situation analysis, followed by objectives, and then the marketing strategy process.